So, we are back with the next final. This is the Platform Boys Group B final. We will see 4 dives from every athlete. First one is from the United States, Luca Fassi, forward 2.5 somersault pike. A little bit too short. Not fast enough for a good entry. 5.5 points. Also from the United States, Maxwell Miller. Same dive. A little bit better than Luca before. 6 points. And the next divers from Ukraine, Danilo Ivanizov. Same dive, but from 7.5 meters, forward 2.5 somersault pike. What a nice entry. Really nice entry. 7.5 points. That's 54 in total. The next diver is from Italy, Stefano Bellotti, back 1.5 somersault with 1.5 twists from 5 meters. Five and a half, 6.5, that's his score. Not the best twist, but it was okay. Pau Comas from Spain, forward 2.5 somersault pike. Too short, a little bit too slow, too short at the end. Not the best entry. 6.5, 6. 44 points. Sergei Malashona from Belarus, forward 2.5 somersault pike 2. Also too short. Not fast enough during the somersaults. 4.5 points. Next diver will be Vladislav Klimko from Ukraine, showing an inward 2.5 somersault tuck from 7.5 meters. I'm gonna see how he starts his competition. Pretty good dive, pretty good start for him. 7 points. The next one, Tommaso Zanella from Italy. He will show us a big back 2.5 somersault with 1.5 twists pike. Quite nice. 6.5, 6. The next one from Russia, Ilya Kalashnikov, He will show us a forward 3.5 somersault pike from 10 meters. Nice dive. Really fast in the somersaults. Nice entry. A little twist in the end, but apparently it was okay. 7 points. Ewan McCabe from Great Britain will show us the same dive. Not bad for Ewan McCabe. A little bit too short at the end, but a nice entry. Benjamin Tessier from Canada will show us an inward 2.5 somersault pike from the 10-meter platform. A little bit over. Seven points for him. That's 58 points in total. And we are now coming to Robbie Lee from Great Britain. He has won the preliminary. He was really good during the preliminary. Really nice dives. Nice. Really good. Impressive. Good entry. Really fast in the somersault. 8, 7.5. 7.5, that's a score. 69 points in total. That's a pretty good start into the competition. This is the current result. Ilya Kalashnikov from Russia on first rank, followed by Robbie Lee and Tommaso Zanella. Second round. Luca Fassi from the United States. Inward 2. It was a little bit too slow. He couldn't finish his dive, so the entry wasn't nice enough. 6 points for him. Maxwell, he will show reverse 1.5 somersault tuck from 5 meter. It's not the most difficult dive, but he made a nice dive. 6.5 points for him. The next one is Danilo Avanesa from Ukraine with an inward 2.5 somersault tuck from 7.5 meters. That was a little bit over. Four and a half points for him, 5.5 points. I don't think that he's happy with this dive. Next one is Stefano Bellotti from Italy with an inward 2.5 somersault tuck from 5 meters. Pretty difficult dive. It's not easy To manage a good entry, you have to be really quick. It was good. A little bit over, but still a nice dive. 6 and 5.5. $52 points for him. Pau Comas from Spain. He will show us back 2.5 somersault tuck from the 7.5 meter platform. That was flat. Too short, too slow. I don't think he's happy with this dive. 3.5 points. I think he can do it better, but competition days. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Say Malashona from Belarus. Inward 2.5 somersault tuck. $6 points for him. Vladislav Klimko from Ukraine will show us a back 2.5 somersault tuck. That one was over. Three and a half and 4. A little bit too nervous in the beginning, so he couldn't finish his dive properly. But now we're coming to Tommaso Zanella from Italy. Forward 2.5 somersault pike. Too short. Was a little bit too slow too. Couldn't finish his dive. So it's only 5 points for him, which makes 39 points in total. He was the first after the first round. Gonna see if he can keep that rank. Impressive dive. Really nice dive. He really nailed it from the beginning to the end. 8.5, 9, 8.5 points. 83 points. That should keep him on first rank. Ewan McCabe from Great Britain will show us the same dive, inward 3.5 somersault tuck. That will be tough for him. After that really nice dive from Ilya Kalashnikov. Also really great. He can keep up. That's nice. 8.5 and 8. That's 78 points. That was pretty impressive too. Next dive is from Canada, Benjamin Tessier. He will show us a reverse 2.5 somersault tuck from 10 meter platform. Pretty good. Nice entry. A little bit far away from the platform, but still 8, 7.5, 7.5. That one was too short, too slow. Maybe he was a little bit nervous and impressed by the two others. He can do better. He did it better in the preliminary. Now 30 points ahead. Ilya Kalashnikov on first rank, followed by Robbie Lee with 281 points. This will be hard for Robbie Lee, Benjamin Tessier, or Yoon McCabe. 30 points is a lot. We will start with the third round. Luca Fassi. Back 1.5 somersault, 2.5 twists, free, 7 meters. Not a good entry. Was a nice dive, but the entry wasn't really good, so only 5.5, 6. Maxwell Miller, back 2.5 somersault tuck from 5-meter platform. Ooh, that was flat. Too flat. This won't get too much points. 3 points. 27 in total. That was too slow, too short. Danilo Avanesov. 2.5 somersault tuck. Backwards from 7-meter platform. A little bit over. Should have opened up the dive a little bit earlier. 5.5. 5.5, 5. That's a meter. That was too slow in the somersault. You could see it from the beginning on. And he will have hard times to get this dive finished. 3 points for him. Pau Comas from Spain, inward 2.5 somersault tuck. It looked really good in the beginning, but then he stopped the somersaults too early, and so he couldn't finish his dive. 5.5, 5 points. The next one is Serhei Malashonok from Belarus. Back 2.5 somersault tuck. Good entry, nice dive. Was not the most impressive dive, but it was pretty good. Really like that. 7 points. Vladislav Klimko from Ukraine showing an arm stand back double somersault 1.5 twist. Too short, too less energy. He didn't have the strength to get out of the arm stand with enough somersault and twist. So it's just 4.5 points for him. Next one will be Tommaso Sanella from Italy. Inward 2.5 somersault tuck, 5 meter. Not fast enough. He couldn't finish his dive properly. 4.5 points for him. I don't think he's happy with this dive. Next, we see the current leader from Russia, Ilya Kalashnikov. Reverse 2.5 somersault tuck from 7 meters. Too short. Too short. That's the opportunity for the both British divers to pass. It's just 4 and 4.5 points. 37 points. That's not much. That's not much. That's a big chance for Ewan McCabe and a bigger chance for Robbie Lee. Next one is Ewan McCabe. Back 3.5 somersault tuck. Really difficult dive in this age group. Both of them from Great Britain, both divers having the same dive list, same difficult dives, most difficult dive list in this competition. Nice, really good, really nice back 3.5 somersault tuck. 6.5, 6.5, that's 66 points. Getting closer to Ilya Kalashnikov. He will be happy with this. Next one is Benjamin Tessier from Canada. Back 2.5 somersault pike. Four points only. He doesn't look happy. And as already mentioned, Robbie Lee from Great Britain, back 3.5 somersault tuck. A really, really difficult dive for boys, Group B. But it's his chance. Too bad. Not fast enough. Flat and short. 4 or 3.5. That's not enough. Like Ewan McCabe showed a really nice 3.5 back somersault tuck. He's getting closer to Kalashnikov. Just 8 points. Just 8 points between them. So it's going to be interesting for the last round, because Ewan McCabe is doing a more difficult dive than Ilya Kalashnikov. So we're gonna see who will make the better dive. And it's going to be interesting in this round. Now Luca Fassi from the United States. Arm stand forward, double somersault pike. This was not a really nice arm stand and not a nice dive too. I don't think he will get that much points. 4 points for him. Maxwell Miller, also from the United States. Back 1.5 somersault, 1.5 twists. A nice dive at the end of his competition. Not really difficult. Not really difficult dive. 6.5, 6.5, 7. But it was a good competition for him, I guess. Danilo Avanizov from Ukraine. Back 1.5 somersault, 1.5 twists. A good dive. Should be 5.5 and 6 points. Yes, 5.5, 6. Interesting to see that some of those boys are diving from 10-meter platform. The other ones doing more easy dives from the 5-meter platform. So it's difficult for them to compete with the ones who are diving from 10-meter platform. Same for Stefano Bellotti. Forward 2.5 somersault pike. Nice dive. Nice entry. 6.5, 6.5, 6. But it's difficult for them to compete with the ones that are diving from 10-meter platform. The difficulty is much higher, so the points are getting higher too. Paco from Spain, forward 1.5 somersault, 2 twists. That was not good. He doesn't seem happy with this one too. 3.5 points. And a half twist pike. Nice. That was a nice dive. Six and a half, 6. Not sure why the score is that low. Vladislav Klimko from Ukraine. Back 2.5 somersault, 1.5 twists pike. We're gonna see this dive again from Ewan McCabe and Robbie Lee. Ewan McCabe, second rank after Ilya Kalashnikov. He has to do this dive really well to get into first rank, but first let's see what Vladislav is doing. A little bit too slow in the twist and no somersault, no energy left. 4.5, 5, 4. It's 43 points. Tommaso Zanella, Italy, back 2.5 somersault tuck from 7-meter platform. Not a bad dive, but also not the best dive when it comes to the technique. 6.5, 43 points. And now it's getting interesting. Ilya Kalashnikov from Russia. He was on the first rank after the third round. He will show a back 2.5 somersault tuck from 5-meter platform. It's a difficult dive if you want to nail it. A little bit too short. Now it comes 5.5. That's a score. Now it's Ewan McCabe's turn. His chance. It is his chance to get in the first rank. Back 2.5 somersault, 1.5 twist spike. Now all eyes are on him. He knows that. He can do it. Yes. Nice. Awesome dive. Ewan McCabe should be enough. And that's enough. 7.5, 7.5. First rank. Really nice. He nailed it. Totally nailed it with his last dive. Getting closer with each dive. And then with the last dive. He got in first position. That's really nice. Next one, Benjamin Tessier from Canada. Same dive. Back 2.5 somersault, 1.5 twist spike. Also really good. It was quite nice. Technique was really good. Entry was okay too. Third place, 6 points. 6.5, 59 points. Maybe he can stay on the bronze medal position, but Robbie Lee from Great Britain will show a back 2.5 somersault with 1.5 twist spike too. So let's see how he will finish his competition. Maybe he can kick Benjamin Tessier off his third position. Good dive, good dive. Not the best end. Third place, 6.5, 6. That's 60 points. And so that's the bronze medal for Robbie Lee. Winner is Ewan McCabe from Great Britain, followed by Ilya Kalashnikov and Robbie Lee on third place.